Good morning. So this is episode 2. It might rain, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. So today I'm going to do a bit of a tour around the outside in the garden a bit more to show you what we have going on here at the Limehouse. So this is our veranda. Nice, beautiful wind chimes. So good. Just ignore the couch. That's not normally there. Got a barbecue. We've got our seating area. We have this cute little veranda here, which is a great little view. This is the view today. It's pretty grey. Yeah, I think it's going to rain. Oh, we've got some huge avos on this tree, which you can see there. Oh, there's loads. Anyway, I'm going to do a fruit tree, nut tree tour at some point as well, so I can show you that. This is just a quick tour. This is a water fountain which we set up, and we've got lighting here when we first moved in, and we don't really have it running very often because of the mosquitoes, but it's beautiful. I'll show you that one day too. Now down here we have like a little walkway, and I'm very proud of myself. Last weekend I cut all this back, so we've got all this light coming back through now. But as you can see on the roof, there's a ton of leaves, so that will need sorting out at some point as well. So I just come down here. This is always fun in the wet and the rain. And yes, we've got these orange flowers which are from an African tulip tree, which I'm not sure if I can show you, but it's all the way up here, through the palms, and it is horrible and fat and massive, and at some point we probably need to get it cut down. Anyway, another job for another day. Let's come down here. Now this is a gated area which we had put in when we had our beagle and he was contained. This is our beagle called George. So our property goes up to the fence there. This is a, what's it called? Calamondin tree with the oranges at the top. They're very small, very pungent. Here are some calamondins I picked, and I'm making some syrup here, and here they are canned, ready to go. And this is a huge mango tree, huge. Yeah, so let's go and do a walk around down to the gates. So yeah, these gates weren't here when we first moved in. We had them put in because of the beagle. Poor George, wanting to get out and play. This is the front area, which I have been working on for a few years now. This is the post box, which I've painted with some lines on. This is the driveway, so we come in here, and again, look how green it is. Look at this flame tree. The way it just kind of like canopies over the garden. Pretty cool. Okay, so we've got some persimmon trees, more mango trees, eucalyptus, gum, flame tree, jacaranda. Yeah, so all the classics are in here. Over here we have an orange tree. I made a pathway. And then these big green plants are my nemesis. They are gingers. Shell gingers, to be precise. So the thing with the gingers is they have beautiful flowers, and when they come out they're really beautiful colours. Here are some photos I've taken before of the colours, close up. And then when they die, they look really brown and horrible, but it's okay, they just drop off, it's fine. But the plants themselves, to kind of cut them, you have to kind of cut them one by one at the stem. And you can cut them, I don't know, about a foot off the ground, and then they just grow new ones, and they just keep on coming back, which is fine, except they're really dense and really thick to get to, so it's really hard. I'm on this slope as well, so it's really hard to do. And they grow to like 12 feet tall, so when you're cutting each one, they're like falling on you. And I've got ticks falling on me and bugs and spiders and everything is kind of falling on me. They did spread a lot over the first 5 years of living here, but I've managed to kind of like cull them in a little bit, and it helps with the soil retention, so we don't get too much soil erosion. So it's kind of good that they're there, but it's also bad that they're there as well. So I'd really like to kind of find an easy way to control them, or find an alternative which we can replace them with. So if anybody has any suggestions, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much. You can just comment below in the comments. Okay, on to the next thing. Okay, this area here I've been working on trying to expand, because as you come into the driveway, it's one of the first areas you see, and you can see behind it there's a lot of weeds and a lot of trees, and it looks kind of unkept. So I thought, well, if this area was a little more attractive, then that could be a really nice impression as people come in. So we've got quite a few agave, bromeliads, which I really, really love. These spiky ones, can't remember what they're called. And yeah, the bromeliads just keep on spreading, which is really good. And the same with the agave, they keep on spreading. Got a little palm over there. So yeah, I'm going to keep on adding to this area. Ooh, let's see if we can show you this little red one, which is a recent addition. It's pretty cute. And this grows to a huge bush as well, so looking forward to that one kind of filling out some space. And then over here, these are some, I can't remember what they're called. They're small broms. Anyway, I picked them up in a Monday, and I've just put them in there, and they're just happily just staying there, and they flower from time to time. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's go to the next area. Oh, we have some blue sky. Beautiful. Okay, we're now entering the veggie patch area. It's not as pretty as it used to be. Here are some photos of when I first created the veggie patch. I was very proud of it. In fact, even my husband Steve was pretty impressed. But it's not as bad either. It's also been taken over by weeds many times. So I've got some seedlings which are growing in here, some cauliflowers, some beetroot, some marigolds. I think that's it in that one. We'll just see how those go now that it's autumn. This one's being prepared at the moment, this bed. Got a chili plant here, which used to do so well, but it's not doing as well at the moment. However, I can see some flowers, so maybe we can recover it. We've had so many chilies from this plant. We've picked lots and frozen lots. They've been great. And I put in this whole area. It was just one bonfire pit just here. So it's changed quite a lot. The previous owners had bonfires here, and we continue to do so as well. And then I dug it all up and removed all the roots, and now I have a veggie patch. Yeah, so as you can see behind me, there are some steps and some stepped ground because it was a steep hill. So I landscaped it, I suppose, in a kind of homemade way. Put some termite-proof wood to kind of make the steps and also make the levels. And it's pretty much still in place, but it has been eaten by the ants and some termites, unfortunately. So it does need repairing. But at the same time, I put some grass in there, and that's done really well at holding it all together. I've got 3 beds at the back. One's got sweet potatoes in the middle, and the others are ready to go. So at some point I need to put some more seedlings in there. And I've got this huge rosemary which I put in at the very beginning, and it was only a foot high, and now it's absolutely colossal. There was another one there, but it was actually blocking the light too much, so I had to remove it. So that's where the veggie patch is at the moment. It's at the side of the garage. Oh, and that's mondo grass. I used mondo grass. Let me show you. Yeah, so this is mondo grass, which has been really good at keeping the soil at the side of the steps, and keeping the steps as a good walkway, but it has spread into some areas that it shouldn't have done. So I definitely need to tidy that up. On the other hand, it's better to have mondo grass than weeds. So I might just leave that. What can I see over here? These are the sweet potatoes, which look like they're being absolutely caned by some caterpillars somewhere. Oh, but I can see a sweet potato in there. I wonder how big it is. Oh, shall I? Oh no, I've broken it. Oh, they're baby ones. But this one here does not feel like a baby one. Oh, that feels like a good one. Okay, right, I'm gonna have to come down here and have a rummage to see what else I can find and see if I can tidy it up and get rid of the caterpillars. Okay, that's got cardboard on it so that we don't get any weeds. And the same with that one. Okay, on to the next bit. Okay, so let's take a little walk down here. Just past another mango tree here. Oh look, we've got these ferns, these stag ferns, which are growing on all the trees because it's so moist. Oh, there's a baby one down there. Okay, so in front of us, we've got another mango tree straight ahead, and then a lychee tree over there to the right, and then we have a dam. So I don't think the dam is particularly exciting. It just kind of looks after itself. I think the kingfishers like coming down here. Actually, not kingfishers, I meant kookaburras. And they like sitting on that big green branch there, which is perfectly positioned so that they can see if there's any creatures or any bugs to go and have for lunch in the dam. Anyway, when it overflows, when it really, really rains a lot, there's a creek to the left of all those trees, and it absolutely tanks it down in that gap between the trees there and comes into the dam, and it actually gets so high that it fills up the lower ground here. Here's a video I took back in March 2025 of when it rained for days and the creek behind us started to fill up and overflow and all into the garden, as you can see. And it even goes into this overflow area here. And there's a channel which has been built, which then takes it again to another creek, or the same creek, but just further along. Okay, now I'm in the middle of the lawn. So I'm just gonna spin around, do a bit of a 360. And some days we just come and put our deck chairs here and just sit and chill, and we could be anywhere in the whole world. Got all this space around us, and yeah, just relax, appreciate life. Okay, this area behind me is one day where we're going to have a beautiful fire pit area. It has been where we've had just fires, but the piles of trees and debris and cuttings and trimmings that we put there always gets so big that really it's a bit too scary to burn. You have to ask permission if your fire is going to be bigger than 2 meters by 2 meters here, which happens really, really quickly. So it's much better that it just decomposes rather than having a big fire. But I have grand visions for this whole area to be a nice fire pit area where we can chill with friends, put some fairy lights up around. So last weekend I removed all the wood and I pulled out all the mud and ash just to see what was underneath everything. This is what I'm talking about. There's weeds which I've poisoned on here, so it's all dry, and then old palms, and there's some logs under there as well. And it was actually quite a lot, so I've probably got a lot of work cut out for me in this project, but this will be something that I can do some videos showing as we go along. So at the moment we've just got a big pile of mud with a few rocks that I found around it, and I'm just trying to remove a lot of the kind of bush around it so that it's nice and neat and tidy, and it goes back to the tree line. So that's part of the process as well. I think that the actual mud area is not going to be big enough for a fire pit and seating, so I'm going to have to measure that out and see if it's feasible or if it needs to be bigger or move to more of a central area. And actually this here, if you see this now from further away, you can see that this curved area has got like a natural curve to it, so I may well expand that whole area so that it's more centralized and not to the left. So this will be something I can share with you as I go. If you're wondering what this area is, this concrete plinth is actually where the previous owners lived. They had a caravan on here for the whole time they were building the house at the top. So it's still here, and I have visions one day that we'll have a caravan or a tiny home in this exact location. Okay, so let's take a walk up to the house. It's a shame they didn't concrete all the way down. They just gravelled this part and concreted this steep round path road, but actually we're very glad that they did, because yeah, when it gets wet this would be a complete nightmare if it was just gravel. We have a small little path here which we've kind of made instead of keep on going round. So I normally just coat that in some leaf litter and it just decomposes, and it's a nice walkway. This does get quite slippy, and when it's very, very wet, I have to treat it so that it kills all the growth. And here we are, back up to where we started on the video in episode 1. Got some house plants here just trying to survive. I don't think that the basil is doing very well there, so that might be a bit of a disaster. But over here, the pumpkin, butternut squash pumpkin, is doing very well. The tomatoes are doing very well. They're probably doubled in height. Oh, and we've got onions coming up and zucchini as well. So that's pretty cool. And I love the bougainvillea. This I've been keeping it in a pot, but one day I have visions of pink bougainvillea spilling over the carport. But that again is another project. Okay, we are obviously in the subtropics, so it's beginning to rain now. Before it does, I'm just going to end this video. So if you like this video, give us a big thumbs up and subscribe below. Okay, bye.